Hey guys, welcome to MNMM IELTS. Today's video is specially for students who are going to appear for their IELTS computer-based exam, because obviously traditionally a lot of students know that IELTS was a paper-based exam for a long time, and now that it has changed, we also have an option of computer-based exam. We should be aware of few tips for the computer-based exam of IELTS, so that when you go and attempt for your exam, the exam is flawless. There is no interruption, there is no obstacle for you to give in the exam, and for you to face in the exam, and so that your exam is very smooth and you can get your desired score. So let us see what those tips are. The first tip that I have for all of you is to familiarize yourself with the test, with the computer-based test. Why? Because when we practice, when we sit at home and practice, we are in our comfort zone. We have our notebook, pen, and we are very comfortable with notebook and pen. Obviously, we've had that education system for long years. But if you have decided that you're going to give a computer-based test, it is very important for you not just to practice on the computer, laptop, whatever device you have, but to give full mock tests, to give full practice tests, so that when you go and sit in the exam, the real exam, you're very confident because you've given like 3, 4, 5 exams as in the practice exams, and you exactly know the pattern of the exam, the flow of the exam, the question types, how should you attempt. These things will give you immense confidence, and it will help you to be at ease, not to panic, and give your exam very smoothly. The next tip that I have for all of you is to be ready with your documents, your accessories, your time. Obviously not be ready with your time, but be punctual. So what I'm trying to say is, these exams, they're very expensive, right? You're paying so much of money to appear in these exams. So there is no way you can take them lightly, because if you take them lightly, what happens is you may have prepared for the test, but when you go to the test center, you've forgotten your ID card, or you're running late, and that will give you that stress, that will give you some panic, anxiety, which is not good for the beginning of the test. That's the last thing one would wish for on the test day. Be ready with your accessories, whatever you want to carry with you, your pen or whatever, your water, the ID documents that you may have with you, your passport and everything. And you have to make sure that you reach your test center way before your time. It's okay to go there and wait, have a cup of coffee, than leaving your house late, getting stuck in the traffic, waiting for your bus or train, and then end up just being late in the exam. You don't want such unwanted guests in your life. Please don't do that, and be organized and plan your day in advance. The third tip that I have for you is, which is something that everybody repeats, and I would repeat it again because it's the most important, and that is practice, practice, practice. As much as possible, practice a lot, especially writing, which is typing, because a lot of us, we don't have that background where we used to type a lot in our school days or in our university days. We've always used pen and paper or pencil to write our assignments or our work. So maybe your typing speed is not that good. If your typing speed is not that good, it is very important for you to make sure that whatever you practice, you type and practice, rather than writing it in the notebook and practicing, because we want to complete the sections in time, but we also want to make sure that we do not make any errors like grammatical errors or spelling errors, because completing the exam in time is not just the only goal, but completing the exam in time with good answers and no mistakes is the bigger picture that we are aiming for. So please make sure that you type a lot of typing, a lot of practicing before you appear for the test, so that when you sit for your test, your typing speed is not the reason that you're not getting your score, or you are stressed because you're not able to type fast, you're not able to complete the exam in time. That's not the good thing. The next tip that I want to share is when you want to take notes. For example, you're writing essay and you want to jot down some ideas in your first 1 minute or 1.5 minutes. Maybe you want to plan your essay out. What will you write down in body 1? What will you write down in body 2? It is okay to use your pen and paper to jot down the ideas. That is not getting assessed. You're not getting any scores on the basis of whatever you're writing in that notebook using the pen. Whatever you're doing in the computer is the reason you will get your scores, and they will not ask you to share your notes, what notes you've written. So you can still use your pen and paper that they will give you for taking notes, and for not only for taking notes, but if you feel that you just want to write down some things that will help you to type faster, some words that you may have in mind that you feel that this is relevant to this essay title or any other topic in writing that you may have got, or for that matter you just want to simply jot down the points that you want to write in essay in the flow, it's okay to use your pen and paper. Good to use your pen and paper rather than writing notes somewhere in the computer, which is very difficult. Write it down in your notebook with the pen. The last tip that I have for you is make a good use of the copy paste feature that they have given you. Obviously you cannot copy paste anything and everything, but let's say you're writing your essay and you've written something that you feel that it is good to write down that sentence at the later part of the essay, and you want to write down something else at that space. So you don't need to delete it and then type it again. Just push it back or copy and paste it at the end part of the essay or wherever you want to fit it. You can do that. You do have that liberty. So making the use of copy and paste feature will not have any negative impact on the scores of writing. A lot of students or a lot of people have this myth that if I copy and paste anything in the writing section, I will lose scores. I will not get a very good score. You have to understand one thing. If IELTS is giving you the copy paste feature, they are very well aware that you are going to use it. That's the reason they are giving you that feature. So please don't think that using that feature will have any negative impact on your exam, because it is not going to have any negative impact on your exam. Rather, you should use it if you feel you need to use it, because that will save your time and there are less chances of you making the mistake in writing the same sentence again and again, right? So it is okay to use the copy paste feature for your computer based test, which obviously people who want to give paper based exam will not have the liberty of. You have to write it down again, or you have to cancel your work and you have to correct it at the later part of the essay or whatever, right? Please use these tips for your computer based exam, and I'm sure that it will help you a lot in having a flawless exam. With that, I wish you all the luck for your IELTS exam, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.